In one of the most powerful countries in the world, the United States, there once lived a man who produced near 1/3 of the country's total steel. His name was Andrew Carnegie, and the story of his wealth and the influence of the legendary. But the real turning point came when a young journalist named Napoleon Hill got the chance to meet him. That meeting was just an interview. It was the beginning of the something life-changing. Carnegie looked at Hills and said, "If you are willing, I can give you assignments. One that was a power of the completely transform your life." Curious, Hills asked, "What kind of assignment?" Carnegie replied, "Look at me. I have achieved success, and not just me. Most of my close friends' associates are also highly successful." And that's where the seed was planted, a mission that would soon lead to creations of one of the greatest personal development books of all time. Carnegie looked at the Napoleon Hills and said, "Look, I am successful and my circle of my friends, they're all successful too. Not just a few, but hundreds of them." He then offered, something extraordinary. "If you are willing, and I'll have you a signed letter to my personal letter. With that, you can go and meet every one of them, interview them, just like, interviewing me. Learn their mindset, their methods and futures, what exactly makes them grow." While the majority stay stuck, Napoleon Hill said just one word, "Done." But then came the twist. Carnegie smiled and said, "There is no conditions. This project has no salary. You will not be paid a single penny. You must do this out of passion, out of hunger, to learn and serve." And again, Hills replied, "Done." This moment was extraordinary. There are two powerful lessons here. First, success attracts success. Carnegie's inner circle was filled with winners because when persons truly grow, you lift others around them. Second, people whose are truly passionate don't wait for payback. I often receive counseling cases where people say, "He's a good person, but something about him just doesn't feel right." That something is negative energy. Now here's the twist. Negative energy doesn't always come from bad people. Sometimes even well-meaning individuals carry it unknowingly. So what are the signs of negative energy? 1. They think negatively by default. 2. They're highly judgmental, assuming things without clarity. 3. They live in self-created assumptions, turning small doubts into major worries. 4. They overthink and undertrust. 5. They often ask themselves, "Why is this happening to me?" As if the universe is unfair to them. Let me give you a simple formula. If someone's conversation is full of complaints, blame, and victimhood, they're radiating negative energy. If they take every challenge personally, if they treat feedback as an insult instead of an opportunity, if their ego flares up whenever they're corrected, that's not confidence. That's energy corruption. And this is why ego is dangerous. It blocks feedback, growth, and even grace. I always say, before trying to become successful, fix your energy. Because you don't attract what you want. The birth of Think and Grow Rich. Napoleon Hill, a journalist by profession, was once granted an assignment that would change not just his life, but the future of personal development worldwide. He met Andrew Carnegie, one of the most powerful men in America, responsible for producing nearly 1/3 of the nation's steel. Carnegie told Hill, "If you want, I can give you a letter of introduction to my circle, all of them extremely successful men. Go and interview them, just like you did with me. Study them, find out the mechanism behind success. Understand why only a few rise while the majority don't." Hill accepted the challenge, even though Carnegie warned him, "There's no salary for this. Do it only if your passion allows you," and he did. For the next 2 decades, Napoleon Hill interviewed the greatest minds of the era, including Thomas Edison, inventor of 1,249 patents, and Harvey Firestone, the founder of Bridgestone tires. These weren't just names, they were legends. Eventually, all his research came together in one book, a book that would go on to transform millions of lives, get translated into dozens of languages, and become a foundational text in the world of success, personal growth, and self-help. The book? Think and Grow Rich. Let me share just one line from it, a line that took Hill over 20 years to discover. through conversations, failures, patterns, and truths. Worry doesn't kill. Lack of trust does. People don't break down because of hard work. They break down because of worry. Both words start with the letter W. But if you compare the two, it's not work that drains people the most. It's worry. So what is worry, really? Worry is not just a feeling. It is a state of mind, a mental condition rooted deeply in the lack of trust. Trust in what? Trust in yourself, in the system of the universe, and in God's mercy. When that trust starts to crumble, the mind begins working against you. It starts overthinking, imagining problems that don't exist, fearing things that haven't happened, and chasing outcomes that were never your responsibility in the first place. Let me simplify it with the wisdom of Baba Bulleh Shah. The gardener's job is just to water the plant again and again, that's all. Your job is effort, not worry. Do your best, give it your all, and leave the rest to the divine system that never fails. Worry, work, and a better future. So what's left to do? Just leave the rest to God. You see, worry, when it becomes greater than your work, leads to failure. But those who let their work dominate their worry, they are the ones who eventually succeed. This is one of Napoleon Hill's core philosophies. And if you reflect on your own life, you'll see it's true. I'm not saying that if you live in constant worry, you're doomed forever. No, we can change. Every human makes mistakes. But that's what repentance is for. If you understand your flaws and genuinely want to improve, a renewed life begins. Even the things you never learned before, you can learn them now. Your new timeline can begin right now. Now let's talk about another major source of worry, the uncertainty of the future. Let me give you a very simple way to deal with that. If your intentions are pure, your future will be bright. Say it with me. If your intention is good, your future will be good. Whether you're studying hard, working jobs, hustling day and night, or even just a student attending tuitions, if your intention is sincere, don't worry, just give your all.
98% of our worries never even become reality. We spend our lives haunted by fears that were never real. But here's the twist. When we obsess over negative outcomes, we start manifesting them. A person who constantly says, "I don't think I'll ever succeed. Nothing good happens in this country. I probably won't make it." Well, they're already creating their future with those thoughts. Stop worrying. Start working. You say, "Man, I don't think I'll ever succeed. No matter what I do, there's no real opportunity in this country." Let me tell you something. The places with the most problems have the most potential for progress. Why? Because every problem is an opportunity in disguise. Every single field in this country, every profession needs quality people. Look around. In most industries, quality professionals are as rare as salt and flour. So if you're worried about a lack of opportunities, stop. This land is filled with them. Your job? Focus on becoming someone with real value. Let me break it down with a simple concept. Life has two circles. One is your work circle, the other is your worry circle. Stop standing in the circle of worry. Step fully into the circle of work. Your job is to give your best, to push with all your heart and intention. God is watching your effort and your intention. The results, they belong to Him. You keep wondering, what's going to happen? How will it happen? My friend, everything will happen when it's supposed to. Let me throw in a little Punjabi wisdom to lighten the mood. Someone once went to an elder and said, "I'm so stressed about my marriage." The elder replied, "Wasn't your father's marriage sorted? Wasn't your uncle's? Yours will be too." We carry the entire weight of the unknown on our shoulders. And as they say in Punjabi, we fold under the pressure of our own thoughts. We get crushed by worry. Instead of being lifted by faith, here's a golden principle. Focus only on what you can do. Leave the rest to God. I once heard a wise Sufi say something that changed me. Every night before sleeping, hand over all your worries to Allah. Say, "O Master of the Universe, I am helpless. These burdens are too heavy for me. Please carry what I cannot." Just like a baby sleeps in its mother's arms, you too can sleep in peace. Once you hand over your pain, and when you're awake, grab your task with full force. Whatever you commit to, give it your all. No backing out, no halfway efforts. And that, my friend, is my sincere gift to you today. May Allah open for you the gates of success, give you the strength to outgrow your fears, and place barakah, blessings, in your every effort. You've got this. Your success story has already begun.